I just realized something, and it's that it's Saturday and I haven't made a video. I've been meaning to draw a character for my drawing and talking series, but the problem is I kind of procrastinated. I'm a bit lazy that way, you could say. And the reason for my laziness, you can probably see on screen right now. I've been playing a bit of Baldur's Gate 3. If you follow my channel, you probably know that I'm quite into Dungeons and Dragons, quite a lot. So that's why I haven't done my drawing and talking video for, well, this week. I only have one more request next. If more people decide to request that their characters get drawn, I will add you to the list, and I will start the list anew and keep going. But as of right now, there's only one more person on that list. And to that person I say, don't worry, I'll get to you next week unless I get cursed by Baldur's Gate 3 again. Now, when it comes to RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons, or more specifically video games like Baldur's Gate 3, I like to play as the most charismatic character that I can. Because the way I see it, combat can be handled by either A, the NPC allies, or B, by all the magical equipment I can use to make my character tougher. Now, obviously, my character will never be as tough as the NPC I don't choose to play as, who builds their character to be as tough as possible and have weapons to make them even tougher. I know I won't be as tough as that, but I'll be on the board somewhere. And the reason why I like playing charisma-type characters and talking is because, unlike the NPCs, that's what my character does. It doesn't matter if my character has low or high charisma. Your character will always be involved in dialogue trees one way or the other. In terms of instances of types of encounters you'll have puzzle encounters, you'll have combat encounters, and then you'll have dialogue encounters. And outside of casting guidance on you, the other characters probably can't do much to influence your ability to talk, successfully or no, in those types of encounters. Now, of course, different games handle this differently, like in Fallout 4 and the Fallout universe in general. It's not charisma specifically always. Sometimes you'll have dialogue options about bartering or dialogue options related to your gun skill and such. Nothing to do with charisma whatsoever in the gun case, for example. Sometimes it'll be about strength. You get the idea. In Baldur's Gate specifically, in theory, I could have the dumbest rocks barbarian type person who just hits everything, who can't talk at all, but just roll natural 20s after natural 20 after natural 20s when it comes to diplomacy rolls. And I am going on a tangent on this. I don't like that feeling in tabletop role-playing games. Not the idea of getting a natural 20. Everybody loves getting a natural 20 and succeeding against all odds. It's the idea that you can have a super competent character fail at that thing they're competent in because of dumb luck. Now, that said, if you have a charismatic character going up against the god of talking and lies and all that stuff, and they pull one over you, okay, that makes sense. Doesn't matter how smart or silver-tongued you are, you can't beat them. That's fine. But if you're a silver-tongued character who's trying to convince an idiot to give up their last rock or something, then it just feels weird and off. I mean, obviously, a good DM will probably find justification for that. They could say, oh, the dumb character is too dumb to understand your deceptions and stuff like that, and thinks you want him to keep the rock, he is now your best friend. There you go. So, when it comes to tabletop RPGs, I like to aim for class features that I like to call absolutes, as in things you don't technically really need to roll for. They just happen. So, for example, there's a feat in the D&D 5th edition called Crusher, I believe, and if you hit an enemy, you can push them away for 5 feet. And it doesn't matter how well you roll on athletics or how well they roll on athletics. They don't even get to roll. They are just pushed 5 feet away from you, no matter what anyone does. Now, back in D&D 3.5, Paladins had a class feature that just made them immune to fear. I love that, and I believe there was a feat that gave fearlessness to your character as well. And I, once again, love that. In fact, this is pretty much why the feat Lucky is just so universally loved. The ability to fail and then just say retroactively, maybe I don't fail, and re-rolling again. Yes, there is a chance that you'll fail again, but there's that little safety net, and I like having that little safety net, and in some cases, not needing that safety net at all. Now, I know this is probably not true for all tables, but the dungeon masters I play with, generally speaking, tell us that a natural 1 is not an automatic failure. A natural 20 isn't an automatic success. They are just numbers, and certain things are just impossible to succeed at, or in some cases, impossible to fail at. And I kind of like that approach because it's like it's building in the idea of absolutes, as I call them. So that's my rant about, D&D mechanics and whatnot. Now, excuse me, I'm going back to playing some Baldur's Gate. Bye-bye.